Demetrius Schuster Kolomantangi. I say that to begin with because I knew that there was no way that I was going to remember that name about 60 seconds in. What's up, everybody? This is Corey Van Castle, the cook of the movie Chumps, and I just got out of watching Predator Badlands. The name of Demetrius there, Schuster Kolomantangi, is the guy who actually plays Deck in this movie, and I wanted to give him credit for that before I absolutely forgot or butchered his name. Anyhow, so I just got out of this sucker. Dan Trachtenberg's Dan Trachtenberg director's latest Predator film. This is his third one now with 2022's Prey, this year's animated film Killer of Killers, and now this one, Predator Badlands. And I gotta tell you, this man's 3 for 3, ladies and gentlemen. This guy just knows and understands and loves Predator. This is it's just a blast. This movie is so much damn fun. I just had so much fun with this movie. Now, is it the best Predator movie ever? No, but it's highly enjoyable. The story basically being that we get into the Yautja culture. That's the actual alien species that the Predator is called, and we go on this journey with this a member of a clan that's named Deck, and he's the runt of the litter, so to speak. He's way shorter than most Yautjas. He's also missing half of a fang. He's considered, the run of the litter. Like I said, he's looked down upon. And this is basically him going on a journey to this planet called Jenna, which is basically the most dangerous planet in the galaxy, to try to kill this creature called the Kalisk that's unkillable and that even people that are in the Yautja culture are afraid of. And that's kind of where it goes from there. The opening scene to this movie, like the first 10 minutes, is fucking devastating. Like it was like a holy shit first 10 minutes. And then that, like a classic Predator title, just bams on the screen. It's great. But the cinematography in this is really good. The special effects, I'd say, work about 90% of the time. Sometimes there's obviously it's a very heavy effects film. There's a lot of CGI that can get a little cumbersome after a while. But I was really interested in all the different ways that Jenna tries to kill Deck. All the different, whether it's a flora or fauna. It's like Pandora from Avatar via hell. It's really what it's like. With him for the ride is Elle Fanning, who plays a synth. She actually plays two roles. A synth named Thea, excuse me, that kind of goes along with the ride for Deck because she's trying to find her quote-unquote synth sister Tessa, who is also played by Elle Fanning. And it kind of, I won't give it away, but it's an interesting dynamic that plays out between those two. That's both what they consider the Tessa and Thea, but also more importantly Thea and Deck. Kind of a mystery as to what they basically are Weyland-Yutani synths, and you find out the reason that all the synths that there's a synth basically kind of colony, so I guess like a science colony could say, and why they're there. And if you know anything about the history of Weyland-Yutani and their interest in bioweapons division and why they might be interested in the Kalisk, you'll understand why they're attracted to it. The relationship between Deck and Thea is very much in the vein of like a buddy comedy type situation. This movie has a lot more levity to it than I thought it was going to. It works about, I'd say, 80% of the time. Sometimes where the jokes are like, okay, it's a very fish out of water thing. But Elle Fanning is amazing in this film as Thea, who's kind of this lab rat who doesn't get out type situation, as opposed to her sister, who is very much grim and stoic and menacing. It's two very different roles, very interesting dynamic. There's also, this is a PG-13 movie, but I think it's pretty brutal considering that the only blood you see in this is the green blood of the Yautja and the white blood of synthetics. There's definitely a little bit of, I don't want to say Disneyfication, but I think that criticism is a little bit warranted. I still think it's pretty brutal in terms of all the kills and shit that happens in this thing. And I don't think it's like, it's not like fucking Mickey Mouse shows up or something like that. But, you can definitely see that they're trying to get a broader appeal to it. There's this kind of surrogate animal that comes along, this cute little creature that comes along with Deck and Thea that they name Bud, that at first I was like, ugh, I don't know about this. But then I kind of warmed up after a while. It mostly works as well. And there's kind of an interesting twist towards the end of this movie that I really wasn't expecting. And it ends this movie ends on a brilliant note. And I kind of wanted more when it's in. And it actually ends on a line. The movie ends on a line that actually made me chuckle out loud. But from an action standpoint, from a Predator standpoint, if you're a fan of that, this is something different. It's something, in a franchise that's almost 40 years old at this point. You got to evolve and be different. And I think that is the case here. We have a different tactic, different point of view. And I think for the most part, it actually works. Again, I had a lot of fun with this thing. I'd probably give it a solid 7 on 10, maybe even leaning towards an 8. I kind of have to ruminate in this one, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I highly recommend you all check it out if you get a chance to. Tune in tomorrow as I'll be doing an out-of-theater reaction for The Running Man as well, so I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, I'm Corey Van Castle Cook of the Movie Chumps, and I'll see everybody next time. Peace.